What if I told you there's one habit quietly draining your energy, killing your drive and keeping you stuck every single day? You feel tired, unmotivated, like something's off, but you can't explain why. The truth, you're caught in a cycle that most men ignore, and it's destroying you from the inside out. But here's what the ancient Stoics knew and what modern science confirms. If you want power, confidence, and real freedom, you must master this one thing first. Stay with me, because once you understand this, you'll never look at your life or this habit the same way again. 1. The Stoic wisdom, the trap of pleasure. And this is where the Stoics come in. Long before modern science, they understood what most men today still don't. That unchecked pleasure is a trap, a silent killer of potential. Seneca said it best, "No man is free who is a slave to his body." Think about that. You tell yourself, "I need this," when in reality it's controlling you. You're not choosing pleasure. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor of Rome, believed that true strength begins with mastering desire. He wrote about it constantly, the battle within. He knew a man who can't rule himself will never rule anything else. And he was right, because the more you chase instant gratification, the more you drift from what truly matters: growth, purpose, freedom. You might feel like you're satisfying yourself, but what you're really doing is training your mind to give up when it gets hard. Every great man in history, warriors, kings, inventors, they all had one thing in common. They didn't let their urges run the show. They chose the harder path. And that's why they achieved what others never could. This isn't about being perfect. It's about reclaiming your mind and choosing strength over surrender. 2. The problem. Why this habit is destroying you. Let's be honest, you've felt it. That empty feeling after you give in. The guilt, the drop in motivation. Like a piece of you just slips away. But why does this keep happening? Here's the science. Every time you engage in this habit, your brain gets a massive hit of dopamine, the pleasure chemical. It feels good for a moment, but it comes with a cost. The more you chase that quick reward, the more your brain gets wired to crave easy pleasure, not real achievement. And just like any addiction, it starts to drain you. Your energy fades, your drive disappears. You lose the hunger to chase real goals because your brain already thinks it's been rewarded. And the worst part? You didn't earn anything. You just tricked your brain. You got the reward without the effort. The Stoics saw this coming thousands of years ago. They warned us, when you let desire control you, you lose yourself. You give away your power and you become a slave to your own body. This habit might seem harmless, but deep down, you know it's holding you back. 3. The climax. What happens when you quit? So what actually happens when you quit? Imagine this. You wake up with energy, real energy, not the fake kind that disappears after a coffee, but the kind that makes you want to attack the day. No guilt, no shame, just clarity, confidence, and total control. Your mind sharpens, your focus locks in, and the fog you didn't even know was there lifts. Your testosterone starts to rise. Your motivation comes back. You start chasing goals again, real ones. You look people in the eye. You speak with weight. And you feel that fire again, the one that's been missing. Why? Because you've taken your power back. You're no longer being drained by cheap dopamine. You're no longer feeding an addiction that gives you nothing. This is what true freedom feels like. Not comfort, not pleasure. Power, the power to direct your life, to stay sharp under pressure, to become the kind of man others respect and you respect too. This isn't just about quitting a habit. It's about becoming the man you were supposed to be. 4. The solution. How to break free and reclaim your power. So the question is, how do you break free? How do you stop letting this habit run your life and finally take back control? The answer lies in 3 core Stoic principles: self-discipline, purpose, and transmutation. First, self-discipline. Epictetus said, no man is truly free who is not master of himself, and that's where everything starts. Discipline doesn't mean denying yourself forever. It means choosing what's real, what's lasting, over what's easy. Every time you resist the urge even once, you're building mental strength. And over time, that strength becomes your new default. You stop being a slave. You become a master. Second, find your purpose. The Stoics believed a man without purpose is already lost. And that's why so many fall into this habit. They're not chasing anything meaningful. But when your mind is focused on building something bigger, a business, a craft, a mission, you simply don't have time for empty indulgence. Why waste energy on something that gives you nothing back? You need a reason to wake up fired up, a vision to work toward. Purpose kills addiction. And third, transmutation. This is the one most men ignore. Sexual energy is real powerful, and if you waste it, you waste you. But if you redirect that energy, it becomes fuel. Fuel for your ambition. Fuel for creativity. Fuel for becoming the strongest version of yourself. Nikola Tesla knew this. He stayed celibate not because he hated pleasure, but because he understood what it was costing him. And he used that focused energy to change the world. That's what the Stoics preached too. Turn your weakness into power. Turn your urges into drive. You're not here to be ruled by desire. You're here to rise above it. Now here's the real question. Will you keep living like this? Stuck, drained, controlled by a habit that gives you nothing but takes everything? Or will you rise? Will you choose the harder path, the Stoic path, and take back what's yours? No great man in history was ruled by his urges. The ones who built empires, shaped the world, and changed history, they mastered themselves first. This is your challenge. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now, reclaim your energy, reclaim your drive, reclaim you. Because this life, you want the strength, the clarity, the discipline. It's not out there waiting. It's already inside you. You just have to stop giving it away. Your journey to self-mastery starts now.